Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Small Tech Bytes. My name is Carl and today we're going to be taking a look at a very powerful Android device, a very well known device I hope to you guys and you viewers, and one device that has really captured my heart and proven to me that Android really is the best operating system for mobile phones and tablets, period. And that device that kind of made this assumption for me and made up my mind is this. The Google Nexus 5. Now the Nexus 5 is a very solid device, it's very well built, it's made by LG and we all know LG makes solid quality consumer products. Obviously backed by Google, the Nexus 5 is a fantastic device. It comes with plenty of features, it's got a Snapdragon 800, that very quick quad-core processor. It's got 2GB of RAM, it's got a 1080p display and it just looks absolutely gorgeous. It is a very good looking phone and it's a very good phone to use. And I'm going to give you my quick lowdown, the quick opinion of what I think about this phone, what I don't like about this phone, and what I do like about this phone. But that's all to come in the video guys, and keep tuned. The first thing you notice when you look at the Nexus 5 is that it is a plastic phone. And plastic phones are a bit of a problem for some people. People like the rugged feel of an aluminium back. They like the cold touch, they like the way it feels in their hands. We've seen that with the iPhone and the HTC One, and people really do dig that kind of style. With the Nexus, it is a plastic back, but that's not a problem. Plastic is fantastic. The plastic back feels really good. It's a real smooth touch feel. It feels really good to hold in your hands, the device does. It feels very good all around. The glossy sides on the white version are something that I really do like. The glossy feel and the glossy look really adds that kind of extra class to the phone. Maybe something that you don't usually see with plastic phones. And one of the key features about this phone I really do like is honestly that Nexus logo. It looks really good embedded into the back of the phone and it feels so good to use this phone. It runs silky smooth, everything runs really well, especially with Android 4.4 KitKat. Having that Google Now tab right there has its uses. Obviously you can check the weather, you can check score updates for your favorite sports teams, and being able to just jump around so quickly with that 2GB of RAM really makes the phone feel so much quicker. As you can see here, I'm just flicking through, opening different apps, playing with the camera. You won't be able to get a real quality view of the camera from this footage, but what you will be able to see is obviously it has the optical image stabilization, which is one of the key features of this phone, and obviously something that LG really brought to the table. The phone has many unique features with Android 4.4 KitKat. It obviously gives you a lot more use out of the phone. You get that better battery life with the Snapdragon 800. With the software itself, you have to admit that it is probably the best. It's the most customizable. You get the most access to the way your phone really works. With my phone, I have reduced some of the animation times just to make everything seem quicker. Why would you not want to do that? And it does. I've still kept it so that everything looks like it has an effect. Everything still runs smoothly. But just to reduce time. I don't like wasting time, but I do like having little effects. And this phone runs great for gaming. Literally any kind of game you play on it will run perfect. And the display it has makes everything look absolutely beautiful. The only downside is with this phone is that when you are playing a game for an extreme amount of time, as you can imagine with most phones, is still they get really hot under pressure. Obviously when I play, say, a film, play some games, you do notice, and it is a bit of a shame that something like that hasn't been addressed yet with mobile devices, but I think that's something that we're going to look at and obviously hope to cover in the future. Also, the camera on the front of the phone is very good, pretty good for selfies if you're a kind of selfie person, but the camera is quite lackluster in many aspects. But when you consider this phone costs £299, you get a hell of a lot of features, and it's a very solid mobile device. It's very good all round, it's very good to hold in the hands, it's very good to use on day-to-day basis. I used to have a Samsung Galaxy S3, I still locked into my contract, but I thought I cannot live with this phone long enough. I needed to pick up this Nexus device, and I haven't looked back. I've had it since the day it was released, back in November, and this device is still a very solid performer. I really noticed that my Samsung struggled after a few months, but this Nexus device with just a plain Android experience, the real kind of back to basics feel, I really like it. Obviously you have access to widgets and apps and backgrounds and live backgrounds across all Android devices, and it is really a really good thing to have. The Nexus 5 is a very solid phone. The only drawbacks really are the camera. I think that's a bit weak, a bit grainy, but I really do like this phone. There isn't really anything I can say badly about it other than the camera and maybe the speaker along the bottom. It is obviously, like we see in the iPhone, it has the two grills, but the grills are literally just there for looks. Cover one side and nothing will happen, cover one side and you will completely dull the sound of the speaker, which is something I think that companies really need to look at, and we can't carry on being fooled by things like this. But other than that, maybe the camera and the speaker, the Nexus 5 performs absolutely flawlessly with day-to-day tasks, gaming, and general usage that you use your phone for. But that's pretty much it, guys. That is my review of the Nexus 5. I hope you guys do enjoy that. I hope this helps your opinion when you look at maybe purchasing this phone. Especially it is less than £300 in the UK. That is a very solid price for a quality phone. Especially one with such good specs as this, and even probably outperforming some of the top phones right at the moment, like the Galaxy S4, like the HTC One. But thanks for watching, guys. My name has been Carl. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.